again. Welcome to today's attempt of a Numble puzzle. When I click start, we'll be given 6 small numbers and we have to combine them using plus, minus, times and divide to hit today's target of 960. You don't have to use all the numbers, but you can't use any of them more than once. If you want to play along at home, just pause the video after I click start, which I'm going to do now. Right. Getting to 960 to start with might be quite difficult because it's not that easy. We need at least 3 numbers to get to 900. 960 is divisible by quite a lot of things though. We could do 8 times 120 or 6 times 160. We can get the 6 very easily, 2 3s. We can get 150 of course, but not 160. How many 7s do we need? 150, lots of 7. No, that gets us to 1050. 135 or so. That's probably a bit more than we need. 135 times 7 takes us to 945. We'd still need 15, so I'm not convinced we're going to be multiplying by 7. We could multiply something by 75 instead of by 100, but again the trouble with that is we're going to end up with 975, so we'd still need 15 after that as well. So what are we going to do? It's a number that ends in a 0. That means it's divisible by a lot of things, 2 and 5 and various other multiples of said numbers. It's divisible by 3 as well, which we've also got. So it feels like there's a lot of room for manoeuvring, but not so easy. 4 times 240 would work. We can't get 4 or 240 very easily, so that's not useful. Let's just play around with a few things because I can't be bothered to do the mental arithmetic. What happens if we multiply these two together? 875. So of course we could add 50, but we're not going to get to 960, are we? So that's clearly not helpful. What else do we want to do? Can we get to 320 to multiply by the 3? That's an interesting question. I don't know how we're going to get to 320 though, that's the thing. Like with these 3 big numbers, it's very easy to get multiples of 25, but quite difficult to get multiples of anything else. I mean, we can get to 168, multiply that by 6. That gets us vaguely close for some definition of vaguely. We kind of just need to take away 8 at some point, but yeah, 160 is quite difficult to get. What else are we going to do? I don't know. The thing is, even if I could get to 950 easily, unless I've got the 7 and the 3 left over, it's still going to be tricky to get the remaining 10. So I don't think that's a sensible approach either. I think we just need a completely different tactic. We can get to 18 if we multiply that by 53. We're in the right ballpark, but we're still 6 away, so I say we're in the right ballpark. It's not that close. We can add 2 of course before we multiply. That gets us 20. I kind of need 20 times 48. I need to use the 2 twice. And again, we can do 48 times 21, but that's 48 too high, which is not helpful. Is there another way of getting to 20? 100 minus 75 is 25, but we can't make 5 out of 7 and 3. That feels close though. What else multiplies to give 960? 2 480s. We can't get 480. 3 times 320. Don't know how we can get to 320. 4 times 240, no. 5 times 192. Probably not. 6 times 160, no. 8 times 120. 10 times 96. We can get 96, but I don't know how to get 10. I can get 963, but that's not helpful either. Let's keep going through the multiples. What did we get up to? 12 times 80? Does that work? How do we get 12 or 80? I can get one or the other, but not both. 15. Is it divisible by 15? It must be if it's divisible by 3 and 5. 192 divided by 3 is 48. Is it 48 times 15? Is that the answer? That's 15, and that's 48. That doesn't work, does it? What's gone wrong with my maths? How many 15s go into 960? It's got to be 60 something, because 60 15s are 500. It's going to be 64 times 15. Don't know what I was doing a second ago. I don't think we can get 64 very easily. Oh, we can actually. Because we can do 50 plus 2 sevens, but I don't think we can get 15 with what's left. (16 times 60). 20 times 48, we've already considered that. What else? 24 times 40. Ah. 24 times 40 feels like it might be plausible. But we can get to 25 times 40 very easily, but not 24, that's the thing. I don't really want to have to give up, but I'm definitely struggling. How many 14s would get us close? Because maybe we need to multiply something and then add or subtract something afterwards. 13 75s gets us a bit too high. Let's do that. Let's multiply that by 14 and see how close we get, because again I can't be bothered to work it out mentally. That gets us 48 away. That's not a million miles. 100 over 75, 100 over 50 rather is 2. I don't know if that helps at all. Oh dear. What about 860 or 1060, because we could just multiply by something and then add the 100 on afterwards. Don't know how that's going to help, to be fair. That's 82. How many 82s do we need? About 11 and a half. That's not going to help. Ah, dear. Oh, I just don't know, and I don't like giving up. 775 is a 525. That leaves us with 435. I mean, we can get really close-ish. Like that. How do we get rid of 15 at some point in that process? No, 72 plus 50 first. Then we can add 100 and add 2, but we're still not quite there. 4 away. Oh, it's frustrating. Can we get to 1010? (101 times 10). I mean, we can get to 25, sorry, like that. We need about 36 and a bit times 25. Oh, it's just not going to work. Very frustrating. Well done if you've managed to solve this. There's definitely something very obvious that I'm missing. I'm sure of it. I can get to 970. No, that's not what I was trying to do. Oh, I don't know. That's another 3. 100 minus 3 times 10. I'm just 1 off before I multiply. It's just not going to work. I'm going to have to give up. I don't want to give up. I'm going to have to. This feels gettable. Usually I'm kind of okay giving up because it feels impossible. To be fair, it doesn't happen very often. But this one really feels gettable, and it's super annoying that I cannot work it out. But I can't work it out. I'm going to have to give up. 182 times 5 plus 50. Oh, I did think a little bit about getting somewhere close and then adding 50 or 100 or subtracting it. I just did not think about getting to 910 in very much detail. I'm glad I give up, because I don't think I'd have got that anytime soon. It's a super tricky one, because 960 is such a divisible number. So to give up on getting 960 and aim for 910 instead feels very unintuitive. Very difficult one, that, I think. Well done if you solved it. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.